Where's the gate? Is this the gate?
Yeah. That's the way back up.
What?
It's okay? It's okay? It's okay? We're all right?
We're Magda and Dave, and this is MustBeMad. Not just a name, more a formal diagnosis.
A while back, we sold our house, auctioned off everything, and moved into this, a very stylish, incredibly cramped four-wheeled shoebox. The plan? Travel the world. No return date, no fixed itinerary, just open roads and endless adventure.
And absolutely no prior experience in filming and presenting, so naturally we decided to document all of it. We capture the highs, the lows, the breakdowns, mechanically and emotionally, and all the moments in between where we question our sanity.
But life on the road is unpredictable, and that's what makes it worth sharing. So if you enjoy travel, adventure, and watching two people figure things out as they go, hit like, subscribe, and join us for the ride. We must be mad.
Go, go, go.
So we've driven out of the Cinematella gate, sort of northeastern corner of Wangi, Zimbabwe's biggest park.
Turn left onto Cinematella Road.
And you come straight into, I think there's 3 big coal mines here, all smouldering, stench of sulfur. On the border of the game reserve, as far as you can see, is mined coal mines. It's pretty bleak, I can tell you that. That all of this smoke obviously wafts into the game reserve, and as does the rest of the pollution. We went over a couple of streams, they don't look healthy at all.
Yellow.
Don't know where they flow to, but it's not great. I think that's why some countries have it right, where they have a buffer around the game reserves where they have hunting concessions. And those hunting concessions push urbanisation further away from the national parks. There's large trucks that don't do the roads any good whatsoever.
It's an operation.
And I'm sure we will see that when we get to the tar road, if it's a tar road.
The surface didn't exactly improve, so with the cruiser still needing attention, we carried on north from Wangi to Victoria Falls, hoping things might get smoother from there.
At Harris Motors in Victoria Falls, they got straight into the damaged left rear corner of the cruiser. Wheel off, hub off, brakes stripped back, and all the chewed up bits replaced. Fluids checked, greased where it needed to be, and 2 new batteries while they were at it. Nothing glamorous, just the sort of mechanical admin you end up being deeply grateful for when your house has wheels. And with that finally sorted out, we could do what we'd been trying to do for days, get ourselves into Zambia.
So we're leaving Zimbabwe now, on our way into Zambia. Been delayed in Vic Falls while we had to have some car repairs done. Getting all of that done. We're very lucky, we met the most fantastic couple, Carol and Craig White. They own a couple of lodges and hotels in Vic Falls, and they hosted us. We're very grateful for that. Their company's called Wild Horizons. If you're in the area, you're thinking of coming here, get hold of them. They're most fantastic people. But we're on our way to Zambia today. Always sad to leave people that you spend time with and Magda cries about. But now we're going to cross the famous Victoria Falls Bridge, which I think was built in 1904, 1902, 1905, something like that. Well over 100 years old. Steel bridge with a train coming over it as well. And here we go.
Dad, can you just stop 1 second? I just want to make sure that we are filming. Give me 1 second.
Well, it's a two-way thing here,
Oh, okay.
so trucks are waiting for us. Right, a little spot where you can do a bungee jump off the bridge. Thank you, but no thank you. Extremely high. See a bit of the falls behind us, which is nice.
With Zimbabwe behind us, we crossed into Zambia and started west towards Ngwezi. It felt like the beginning of something new, but like most things on the road, it didn't take long for the journey to have its own ideas.
Losing the will to live.
Is it bad?
It's really bad.
Why are you on a little donkey track?
Donkey track on the side of the road. Better surface than what they calling a road.
Sure. We are still driving about 100 kilometers before Katima Mulelu. The road seemed to have improved. We hope it'll last. Oh, there are some cattle on the road though, so one has to be very careful. And then every now and then there's a really bad pothole, or the road still seems to just disappear every once in a while. So currently we've got, it says 80 kilometers to go. It says 1 hour, but that's not going to be the truth, right?
Depends how this road holds up. Remember rule number 1 of overlanding: don't drive in the dark.
Okay, so that road lasted about
30 kilometers.
30 kilometers and then back to really, really bad. Oh. So I guess it's 3 hours to the lodge.
Could
So
be.
I think I need to do some more research and see if there's anything before then.
Some other place to stay.
We can't drive so late at night. It's too dangerous with regards to animals, and these road conditions are quite bad. So yeah, I'll keep on looking.
The road didn't improve. Daylight was disappearing, and out of desperation, we found a lodge near town. We had no idea what to expect, but at that point, we were going to have a look.
Okay, so we're about 550 meters from this lodge, and we're on, feels like the middle of town, huh?
Yep.
I can see the river there, but it's looking a little bit rough. Oh.
Do you want to have a look?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Let's see where the campsite is.
Let's have a little look. Sure.
I don't know where you would camp here. Yeah, this looks really rough.
This looks very rough.
Look at the ladies and gents here.
Where is it, darling?
There. Want to continue?
Yes. I want to continue. What's happening? There's a massive fire. The people that camped here next to us woke us up. They saved our lives. Everything's falling down. We grabbed the car, drove through these trees, and got as far as we are now. I'm kind of run. We have to get out before the fire crosses the road, as Dave said. It's a lot smaller now, but still shooting embers up into the sky. We jumped out. First we just ran, and then I said to Dave, let's go to get the car, and we ran back. Oh my word. Not something you want to wake up to. Oh my word, yes.
Those embers that have flown over.
Oh, that's a big problem.
I'm worried if the wind blows this way
Maybe tent or do anything. Can we help them?
and the trees will go this side.
Is there nothing we can do to
There's
help?
nothing we can do. There's no water coming out of this hose. I'm standing here holding it. Like an expectant father.
Unbelievably, this camp has no water pressure in the hours of darkness because they rely solely on a solar pump. The splash pool was discovered, and we spent the next 4 hours moving buckets around the campsite trying to contain the fire and prevent it from spreading down the fences and through the nearby ablutions. Most of this was in vain.
Next time we take the furthest campsite.
Yes, from what?
By morning, the worst of it had burned itself out. The fire hadn't taken the whole campsite, but the reception, restaurant and deck were gone, and parts of the trees were still smouldering. Standing there in the daylight, it stopped feeling dramatic and just felt sad, especially for the people who lived and worked there and everything they had lost.
It's 8:10 in the morning. We're on the road after a very bad night. Stayed at Kabula Lodge, and about 1 in the morning, woken by banging on the side of our car, and the lodge and restaurant and reception was alight. Huge wall of flames, incredible heat. We jumped out, we ran, and then just left everything, left the car, left everything. Looked like this fire was advancing on us like a bushfire, but probably flames 15 meters, 18 meters into the air. And assessed the situation, and then I managed to run back and get the car, drive it with the tent up. So we've got some damage to the tent which we need to repair today. Between the trees to get away, and got a sort of safe distance away. Lowered the tent as best we could with everything in it, and we're getting ready to try and make an escape somehow through the bush or back up the road, or whatever we had to do.
We didn't actually sleep because we were
No.
scared that the wind was going to turn
We stayed up the rest of the night,
and then come to
trying to help to contain the fire. Obviously couldn't put it out. And then I kept a vigil the rest of the night with the car ready to go, packed. Also, the other people in the campsite were a couple, chap from the UK and woman from Germany. They cycled from Nairobi down here.
Must be very bad.
We sat and spoke with them, and between the four of us, we
In
kept a vigil
300 meters, turn left onto
to
4
see
gravel transport.
that fire didn't spread towards us. But night from hell, that's for sure.
On our way to Ngonye Falls, we made one very important detour to return a tiny lost utensil to the cyclists who spent the night saving our skins. Not quite a medal for bravery, but close.
Okay, thank you so much. We arranged some weather for you as well. Yeah.
Right, I have to tell you what just happened. So when we were packing up, we saw this tiny little thing lying on the ground. It looked like half a spatula basically, but we thought it is maybe a bicycle repair tool. So when we left the campsite now, we turned back towards the direction that we came because we knew that the cyclists that we met were going in that direction. Turns out it is actually a mini spatula. And I'm saying, for cooking. I'm saying to Dave, if you only have 4 tools and you lose one, that is a big thing. So they were very grateful. So yeah, good luck to them and thank you for keeping us company through one of the most horrible experiences. Sure.
After everything that had happened, we headed to Whispering Sands to lie low for a while. The rain gave us a good excuse to be still, gather ourselves, and let the road go quiet for a moment, before the next idea started taking shape.
We are plotting the 15 best waterfalls in Zambia, because that's going to be our next adventure. Sitting with the map and doing some research, but we have to plan the route first.
And this goes through the DRC.
Oof, no, let me see where that
That's
one
not
is.
going to work.
Our first waterfall was close by, so we started with Ngonye Falls. You can arrange a guide and make your way in on foot, but this isn't exactly a casual little stroll. So, decent shoes, some water, and a willingness to sweat a bit all helps. Ngonye, also called Sioma Falls, isn't especially high, but it is spread in a wide crescent across the Zambezi, and the amount of water going over it is said to be second only to Victoria Falls. So yes, the walk is worth it. Whispering Sands turned into more than just a place to catch our breath. It's where we met the wonderful Matthews family. We slowed down a little and found ourselves swept into a new kind of adventure. And from there, we all started making our way north towards Liuwa Plains together.
Okay, you might also tell them about the plains. We've just driven through them, it's so beautiful. Zambezi floodplains?
Yes, Zambezi floodplain. Stretches from Mongo all the way to Liuwa Plains National Park, where we're on our way to now. My understanding is the very generous Chinese have built a beautiful long causeway there and bridge that we drove over. Very easy traveling, beautiful road, no potholes. And then there's a toll gate. Once you get through the toll gate, you're on the normal roads, and then it's swerving left and right as you dodge all the potholes. The other interesting thing driving on this road is that in Zambia, cars that come towards you put their right-hand indicator on. And I understand that that's to tell you where the edge of their car is. Well, in South Africa, if you come up behind somebody and they put their right-hand indicator on, that's a signal to you that you can overtake, that it's clear ahead of them. Well, in Zambia, if you come up behind somebody and they put their right-hand indicator on, they could be communicating with an oncoming car or truck or bus on this thing of give me room or here's the edge of my vehicle, and you go to overtake, that could be a very bad result. So the short story of all of that is make your own decisions. Don't listen to anybody, because we don't really know what it all means.
Yeah, here comes the rain. That's not the only problem. Where do you sit? What do you do if you only have a rooftop tent? Then it's not that much fun when it rains when you're camping.
We'll be in the car or in the tent. Holy moly!
just made it, or actually I just made it into the tent. Had a quick shower. We saw some lightning bolts and lightning. Whew. And now I'm in the tent. As you can hear, it is pouring down. But let me show you what is going on. I'm not complaining, I'm just showing you. Dripping through the roof. Didn't catch it quick enough. So we've got wet blankets for the second day. But I'm sure Dave will be able to sort it out in the morning.
So when I activate the rivet, it holds it on the washer.
Yeah.
That's the theory of my plan. I don't know if that's going to work.
I think you should ask Grogan's dad first. He's a real farmer. You might know better.
You might know better.
That's what I'm thinking. What do you think, Grogan?
I once met someone who knew better than me.
Why are you using the drill? I already have holes in my roof, which is why it's
I'm
leaking.
going to make bigger holes so that it doesn't drip by the rivet. We'll drill a hole so it drips somewhere else. So the problem with the leaky tent again is these rivets that have popped out. So this whole lid is loose, and that hole there, that hole there, that hole there, that hole there has meant we have that going on. It's not good enough. So I need to drill these out. So I'm going to try and put washers on the inside. Let's see how that goes. Magda, you pass my paintbrush there. We have rivets replaced. It's not the right rivets, not the right washers. You'll see I had to put a bolt in that one. The rivet's too short. We shall see how that works. Now I'm going to put much more silicone around here and maybe some duct tape. I'm not sure. Until I get the right rivets, then I can do it properly.
So we left our campsite this morning and now we are on our way to Mukalabumbu today. It's going to take a couple of hours. How long? 4 hours? About 4 hours drive, which we are turning into a fantastic game drive. Beautiful scenery. We are thoroughly enjoying it.
Liuwa Plains National Park sits on the edge of the Great Barotse floodplain, where seasonal water spreads out across the grasslands and then pulls back again, leaving wide open country and patches of loose, flood-laid sand. It all looks wonderfully easy from a distance, until the ground reminds you it's still a floodplain. Now, someone had very clearly not watched my How to Drive in Thick Sand video. So if you'd like to avoid this sort of thing yourself, click the link above. And then, just to improve matters, someone also forgot to mention we were using a kinetic rope, not an ordinary tow rope. So I pulled away gently like a civilized person, which was exactly the wrong thing to do.
Well done. Beautiful. Do you need us to help you guys?
I needed to move well back.
Okay, we did.
Keep this when we stretch this.
Okay, well back.
After that little misunderstanding, everybody piled in, dug the sand back, reset the line properly, and the second attempt went a good deal better.
Yes! Woo! Well done. Time for a shandy, yes. Well done, Johnson. One rescue down.
Thank you, MustBeMad.
You are very, very welcome. I know you just did that so that we could get some footage, so we actually saying thank you.
Absolutely. We are hoping to get some commission on this one.
We carried on to Makalabumbu camp, and after a day like that, Dave was already dreaming of cooking up a little bit of Durban for dinner.
Did you just hear these things?
Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, it's working.
Hello!
Okay, go. Do the clap.
I mean what I said. I'm telling you, Dave, you mustn't be irritated. I want this curry made with love.
Today we were going to make lamb curry. Unfortunately, when we went shopping in Mongo yesterday in Zambia, there was no lamb. So we're making beef curry. The best beef we could get was a beef fillet. So we're making a beef fillet curry. Never been done before in this game reserve. So I've got the fillet browned off nicely fried. Taking it out. Obviously, because it's fillet, this curry doesn't have to cook. It's not like we're using a stewing beef or a chuck or something that has to cook for hours. Because we're in the bush, obviously we don't have hours for stuff to cook, so the fillet works quite well, and that it cooks quite quickly. Okay, with our onions. So the onions are going nicely. Pot's a bit hot. Make a little well in the middle, like that. And in there, so tablespoon and a half of yellow mustard seed, a bit of curry leaves, some garlic and ginger. Yes, we have no fresh one. We only have a frozen chap here, and it's properly frozen. Edit that out now.
It's up in the air, third man's coming around, it should be taken. Oh no! He's made a meal of that.
And get some more. Start bursting my cookie dough. Okay, that's looking good.
Oh, smells good.
I want that to come back up to a nice fry. In the meantime, I'm going to get some curry powder in there. Curry powder comes from Durban. It's Durban, South Africa, makes the best curry powder. And if anybody thinks different, feel free to send me free samples and I shall try it. See who wins. Remember to attach a check to influence my decision. Now let's get a bit of curry powder going in here.
A little bit.
Well, these people said, we have some guests for dinner and they said they like hot curry. So,
How many teaspoons was that?
some
Tablespoons.
tablespoons.
Some tablespoons.
Yeah.
Sure.
You need that to cook that moisture off, cook those onions a bit and get that, so we can get that curry powder fried a bit. That's a bit of garlic powder, sprinkle of that, white pepper, because everything's better with white pepper. So in goes some tomato ketchup. This serves two purposes. Gives you a bit of tomato, but also tomato sauce is very high in sugar. So it adds a bit of sugar, so we don't need any palm sugar or any sweetening of that sort in our curry. Of course, ground black pepper, salt. Now I'm going to be adding quite a few potatoes to this. Potatoes like a lot of salt, as does the beef. So be quite generous with the salt as well at this stage. So this I would keep frying until it's starting to stick to the bottom of the pan. And also you see the oil will start to separate from the onion, which I'll try to show you in here. So I fry till that stage. When it's starting to stick to the bottom of the pan and I can't keep the pot clean anymore, that's when I think it's fried enough, and that's when I'll add some water and then get the beef back in.
Normally if it was a tougher cut of beef, I would let it simmer for an hour or so, hour and a half before I add the potatoes. But this is fillet, so I don't think it's going to need all of that. So I'm going to get the potatoes ready and add the potatoes. It'll simmer for as long as it takes that job to happen. Sous chef, potatoes.
Okay, and see.
We got the sous chefs here, assistants, adding the cannellini beans to the curry. Oh, well done.
Good
I can see
job.
you're professional.
Dankie.
The last thing we're going to have is a can of peas. Next to go in is the can of peas. We've got the other sous chef, Rogan, putting it in. Not Joe Rogan, different Rogan. Perfect. So you can have a zoom in there. We're going to let that simmer nicely for the next hour. And then we're going to make some mealie meal to go with that, mealie pap. Something different, and because we are also Zulu and Sotho.
Come look, sous chef. Come look.
Yummy.
Looking good.
That looks amazing.
Let's hope that wildebeest, that beef cooks through.
Definitely flavorful. Ja, dis wat ons het noem.
Oh, thanks. That looks amazing. Masami, when to stop?
For me,
Might not be soon.
not yet.
Say something?
Give me some potato,
Get
please.
some potatoes.
Yes, please. It smells delicious, and I'm not paid to say that. Right.
Great.
We are now on a little game drive to see what we can see. We haven't really seen a lot of animals, and we're on our way back now to the campsite to make some dinner, have a shower, and then just relax. So that's
Let's hope tomorrow's a bit better.
What do you mean?
Today we could do nothing.
Yeah, we couldn't really do anything.
It really rained. It rained, the water was washing through the campsite.
But that's part of it, right?
Is it? We were standing there miserable in the rain, saying everybody wants this life.
Everybody wants this
Everybody.
lifestyle. But yeah, we are now having a lovely time. So we will check in yet.
By then, it felt like one of those stretches on the road where nothing quite goes the way you imagined. And maybe that's been the thread running through this part of the journey. The more tightly you hold onto a plan, the quicker the road reminds you that it has plans of its own. But on the way back to camp, the bush started offering little clues. First the lions, lying quietly under the trees, with just enough red around their mouths to tell us they had fed recently. And when you've spent enough time out here, you start to know that a sighting like that is usually only the beginning of the story. Then came the vultures, and that's one of the oldest signs in Africa. If vultures are circling or gathering on the ground, there's usually a kill nearby, and often a predator not too far from it. We followed the signs and let the landscape tell us where to look.
And that felt like the lesson of the day. Be patient, pay attention, let go of how you thought things should go. Because sometimes, when you stop forcing the moment, the wild gives something back.